enlightening satsangs and informative discourses in the highest quality. Sankhya TV sets the gold standard in religious entertainment. We look forward to seeing you every evening from 7 p.m. and on mornings at 7 a.m.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. The public is cordially invited to attend the 3 nights Hare Katha to be held at the residence of Krishna, also known as Buddy, and Roma Niba of number 80 Tulsa Trace, San Francisco Road, Pinal, from the 27th to the 29th of July from 7 to 9 p.m. Officiating Swami Sudarshan Das of Florida. All bhajan and kirtan groups are invited. Jai Hare Krishna.
Namaste. Bluebird Sports and Cultural Organization cordially invites you and your family to its 37th 7-night Ramayana Yagna focused on love and Kush, to be held at the Bluebirds Community Building in Ramsabad, Sukhan Trace, commencing on 24 July 2022 and terminating on 30th July 2022. Officiating will be Pundit Rajendra Maharaj, assisted by Vasudev Maharaj of Susulan, Rock Road, Pinau. Hours of devotion 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Om Shanti. At Phoebe Sessa Agricultural Garden, we sell a variety of garden and agricultural supplies and tools both for domestic and commercial use. Whatever your agricultural needs, we've got it. Contact Phoebe Sessa Agricultural Garden Supplies for all your gardening and agricultural needs. They are located at number 29 Mukurapu Street, San Fernando, and newly opened at lot number 2 Sherwood Park, Canby, Tobago, behind the Performance Auto Building. They are also a distributor and servicing dealer for all still products. Open on weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can contact their San Fernando branch at 657-1338, 460-3117, or 344-9186. And their Tobago branch can be contacted at 280-1223.
Sitaram, and thank you for joining us. You are about to enjoy a satsang by Pundit Keshava Gosine. You can call or WhatsApp Pundit Keshava Gosine at 712-2180. Sitaram, and do enjoy this presentation.
Prem Shivolo Vindravan Bihari Lala Ki Jai. Sitaram, everybody. Today, as we do our 3rd session of our Mahabharat Gyan Yagna, I welcome you all on behalf of the Sri Krishna Seva Ashram. I myself, Pundit Keshava Gosine, and the rest of us here, the team we have from Sankhya TV, and those of you viewing with TikTok Live now, and we'll be going on YouTube. I encourage everybody to subscribe and to follow, to join with us, so that you would be aware when we have our next session going live, or if you are viewing on Facebook, please follow us so that you'll be able to join with us for all these occasions. Today, as we get set on this auspicious Apara Ekadashi day, we did the Yagya this time to get into the moment. Today is that day. You know, in Padma Puran, volume 7, he says, in the year of all the months, Kartik month. Lord Krishna speaking to Yudhishthira again. He's teaching him. He says, of all the Hindu months, Kartik month is the most auspicious month. And then He says of all the days, the Ekadasi day. What is Ekadasi? Ekadasi, by definition, is if, let's say, you have the full moon or the new moon happening on a day, check 11 days, usually. Why I'm saying usually? Because some days run long, some days run short in the Hindu calendar. So it could happen that 2 days might be fitting on one 24-hour day in the solar calendar. In our normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there may be 2 days on one day. So that can happen. But this is how it is. And sometimes long Shivratri, 2 days for Diwali, etc. And then some years we don't. So the Ekadasi day is usually 11 days by definition after the moon change. So in each month there are 2 Ekadasi. And it is a very auspicious day. And we're going to talk about that in addition to some other things that would better prepare you as a Sanatanist when you're doing your puja. Remember, my objective, why we're doing the Yagya, is to provide knowledge, to give you some insight as to why we do what we do, for you to be able to focus on what you're doing, to gain what? The peace of mind. We've been talking about peace of mind in reference to Bhagavad Gita. The first night we spoke about Yudhishthira and Bhishma, and he showed him via a discourse, he showed him that all the things that are happening in this life, not because somebody do you bad, you do them back bad. Bhagavad Gita says if you follow that trend, when things go bad and things go good in your life, you are like a ship on water, and the current of the water is rocking the boat. But what we must do is become stabilized. And we saw that in our second night. Last night, we saw where Satyabhama is asking Draupadi, how do you, as a wife, how do you gain favor? How do you get your husband to work with you, listen to you? And she spoke about how you stand fast, you stand firm, you stand strong. Like what? Again, Bhagavad Gita talks about we must become like the ocean that takes the river water, the river coming with all the current and all the force, and enters into the ocean. The ocean just takes and it remains fixed. It does not look like it's filling up. It doesn't look like it's moving. It is not affected. And she spoke about, yes, there are yantras, there are prayers, there are things that you could do, but you don't do things to harm your husband. You don't do things to harm another person then. What you do is you learn how to live right. You learn how to do good via the karma. And then today now, we're going to learn about some of these karmic things. We spoke a little bit yesterday with Draupadi speaking about the dharmic side of life, where a person lives right, chooses to take the higher road. Where a person chooses higher road, for example, to forgive, to compromise. We spoke at length about what the nature of married life is really. Today I invite you to join with us now. As we were talking about the first night, I showed in the discourse how he lists, okay, you have good, you have bad, you have gra, you have history, you have karma. People say, oh God, well, whatever happened is my karma. But then, brothers and sisters, when a person has something bad going on in your life, a child letting you down, a child not doing what they have to do in school, maybe your spouse testing you, is it that then, Pundit, are you saying I have to just take it? No, I never said that. On first level, I said when there's a problem, talk it out. Immediate, formal response. Police, counselor, pundit, priest, elders, we have a way. Reach out for help. Informal, you could pray for it. You could talk to friends. You could get yourself out of a situation by just communicating. And we heard Draupadi talk about that. And another form of informal is where you pray for that help. Another way of dealing with your problem, turn to your faith. But when your faith is not strong, then you're going to end up like the boat. You have to put your faith in something. But at the very onset of our satsang tonight, correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes we call ourselves Hindu. Sometimes we practice dharma, sanatana dharma, but oh boy, are we really Hindu? Do we know our dharma? I will use this word Ekadashi just to touch on one or two things. Nothing hard, nothing difficult. Very easy. Further to that, we're going to have to do our Gita, our Stotra, as we're going to wrap up today. This will mark the end of our 3 sessions of Gyan Yagna, where we have been talking about peace of mind. Peace of mind. Bhagavad Gita says, this is chapter 5, verse 29, the last verse. When, having known me in reality, the devotee, a person, me, meaning Lord Krishna, when a person knows me, Krishna, in reality, as the person, regardless to the devata, regardless, and you could really, truthfully apply this to other religion. Another day we'll discuss it, but follow what I say. When a person knows me, Krishna, to be the enjoyer of all sacrifices, all austerities, fasting, the lavina, any type of tirat, any type of going on pilgrimage, going on journey, I, Lord Krishna, am the source. I am the person you are doing it for. I am the witness. I am the person watching you do it. And then I'll say, bless you, Tatastu. May you be uplifted. May you be granted the prayer that you're praying. And dear God, I'm doing this because I want to pass the exam. May it be so. May you be successful. That Supreme Lord of all the worlds, that friend of all beings, that devotee, when he knows that he's doing it and I am watching him, when he knows or she knows that they are fasting and I am looking on, I am monitoring, I am judging, that person finds within themselves, nobody have to know what they're praying, nobody have to see them that I'm doing the puja, they don't have to boast that I have built the biggest temple, or I have the best murti, or I have done the most yagya, or I have done the most tirat. Nobody has to know what they have done, because inside that person a certain amount of peace, that my devotee, that type of person. Verse 29, read it when you get home. Verse 29, chapter 5, that person is able to gain peace. What is the big deal with this peace? If you evaluate yourself, if you look at yourself, we are busy people. We are always hustling. Somebody has to watch the children because we need to get to work, we have to get to school, we have exams, we have this to do, we have that to do, and we are usually very tired, mentally, physically. We have many things going on. But are you happy? No, but then one day when I retire, when I get my pension, when I make my investment, when I get my return, when the business stands up on its own, when the children grow up, one day I'll be happy. As if we know for sure there's a tomorrow. However, in my analogy that I usually make when I'm reading, if this represents your peace of mind, and you only have so much, this is all we have, our little happiness, our little peace. In this life, correct me if I'm wrong, and I want to start here. This is you. I am portraying you with your little peace of mind, and you stand up in the morning and you're going out the door and the traffic want to take a piece of this. The people in the car, the children, the spouse, take. The boss, you reach to work. You now reach to work. And the tone, the attitude, the mannerisms, everybody's taking. At the end of the day, you're left with this. Truthfully, when you come home, do you think the work is finished, man or woman? Do you think the problems are done? You still have to feed that dog. You still have to put clothes to wash. You have to pay the bills. You did forget to do this. This is what we are left with. And tomorrow we get to do it again, and we get to do it again. But the person who has established themselves, that whatever they are doing, think what I'm saying. Last time we talked about whatever you're doing, do it for him. So maybe you're cooking a little pumpkin. Gita maduram pita maduram bhuktam maduram. That prayer is saying when he eating, like when we remember Lord Krishna, teething the dahi and all that. He's so sweet, maduram, he's sweet. I would love if, Krishna, I would love if you come hungrily and you eat my takari, bless my food and bless my children. Put it on this in, dear God, bless my marriage. Dear God, I'm wearing the wedding ring, bless my marriage. Dear God, I'm up in the house. Dear God, bless my home. I'm going in the car. Dear God, bless me. And in doing it, what did he just say? I am looking on at that person. And when that person knows I am there, witnessing what they do, whatever you do it for me. That person finds peace. And when you have from this Inca amount of peace and you tap into this is why we're always bowing. Have you ever realized we are always taking the energy? If this is the universal source of energy, understand my analogy. This is all I have. My batteries are drained and I am at my end. I'm frustrated. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, if you have everything and you are comfortable, God bless you. This portion does not apply to you. This I'm talking to those people that are frustrated, tired, exhausted, fed up. They want to fight, but they don't know how to fight their life. Children, spouse, job, everything takes. But these 2 feet that I am touching here is the only thing that gives back. The reason you bow is to replenish the peace of mind, the energy, the ability to do it again, to keep going. Dear God, bless me. Simple as that, right? This is why you do it. This is why you do it. Tonight, as we enter into it, I want to show you a simple way to be able to gain, to recharge, to get back that peace of mind. And it starts here. It starts here. But it says knowledge. Knowledge is a boat that will take you. Bhagavad Gita says it's a boat that will take you across this existence. When you know what to do, you could do it. But when Pundit may know how to knead flour, how are you going to make roti? When you don't know what to do, you're lost in the abyss. Let's agree. Right? Everybody, let's jury our hands as we begin with mantras. Om Gajananam Bhuttaganadi Sevitam Kapeta Jambo Parachar Bhakshitam
Umashuktam Sho Kavinashkarakam
Namami Viganeshwara
Parapankajam
Sarvamangala Mangalye
Shive Sarvat Sadhike
Sharanye
Trayambike Gauri
Narayani
Namostute
Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Let's pray to Lord Krishna. Everybody, join your hands and let's chant as we worship Him. This stotra, the Madhuram Ashtakam, is very simple, and we're talking about His lips, His form, etc. Pray to Him. Adharam Madhuram, His lips are sweet. Vadanam Madhuram, His face is good looking and sweet. It is nectar-like. Nayanam Madhuram, His eyes are sweet. Dear God, I anticipate seeing your form. I enjoy seeing your form. Bring that sweetness to me. Hasitam Madhuram, the smile is so sweet. Hridaya Madhuram, His loving heart is so forgiving and sweet. Hridaya Madhuram, Gamanam Madhuram, the way He stands, the way He's walking, that dear Lord is so sweet. Madhurade Patare Kakilam Madhuram, everything about my God is sweet. He is the Lord of sweetness. Vachanam Madhuram, Charita Madhuram, Vasanam Madhuram, Valita Madhuram, Chalita Madhuram, Brahmitam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Rakilam Madhuram, Vinod Madhuro, Rinod Madhuraha, Vanin Madhuraha, Padau Madhurau, Nrityam Madhuram, Sankyam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Rakiram Madhuram, Gita Madhuram, Pita Madhuram, Bhuktam Madhuram, Suptam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Rakilam Madhuram, Karanam Madhuram, Taranam Madhuram, Haranam Madhuram, Ramanam Madhuram, Vamitam Madhuram, Shamitam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Rakhilam Madhuram. Om Gunja Madhura, Mala Madhura, Yamna Madhura, Vichi Madhura, Salilam Madhuram, Kamalam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Krakila Madhuram, Gopi Madhura, Leela Madhura, Yuktam Madhuram, Muktam Madhuram, Drishtam Madhuram, Shishtam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Krakila Madhuram, Gopa Madhura, Gavo Madhuro, Yashtin Madhura, Shrishtin Madhura, Dalitam Madhuram, Palitam Madhuram, Madhurade Patare Akhilam Madhuram. Dear God, you are the master of everything and you are the Lord of sweetness. Make my life sweet. Everybody will put this up as a PDF on all the sites so you could have it. Iti Shri Madhur Ashtakam Sampurnam Yatha Shakti Manukamnam Sarva Yatra Sarva Vijaya Bhavet Pujitam Pratishtitam. Bow your head, everybody. Prem Solo Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. By chanting the passages, the prayers, to Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu on a day like today. Yudhishthir, Padma Puran, he asked Prabhu, what is the benefit of this day? This day come one day for the year. This is the dark half of the month of Jesh. That is the month we're in right now. And what is the benefit of this Apara? It says, Apara Ekadashi is that day when the person, it is the best day in this fortnight to do Vishnu's puja or his type of offering. And what is the benefit? The person gains forgiveness. When people commit different types of problems, when people, bad activity, you have made mistakes and you want to be freed from those mistakes. It says, what type of mistakes? Lord Krishna, Yudhishthira is asking him. He says, people who have committed murder, people who have hurt members of their parents, then family members, and they died, people who have cheated in marriage, people who they are selling, let me say, in the business, in the shop, and you're supposed to sell 2 ponga onion, but you're selling 1.5 ponga. People who manipulate the scale then to give false measure, false weight. Those people, by doing fasting and puja on this day, those people could get help. People who give false testimony, people who use their mouth to say wrong things in court or where a person could get false imprisonment, they could get forgiveness for today. The person who is a fraudulent physician, giving bad medicine to a person, false medicine, wrong medication, causing harm to the other person, that person should pray today, and Yudhishthira, they would be able to get help, they would be able to get forgiveness. Karma accrues when a person does bad, and hell burns with people as we speak who have done bad and they never did praschit karma. Praschit karma is what we are talking about. Those type of repenting action, repenting karma that purify a person so there doesn't come a day where you have to answer for it. When I was 19, I made a mistake. But dear God, today I want to ask that now that I know better, I shouldn't have spoken like that to my guru. I shouldn't have taught like that. I should not have acted like that. I want to ask for forgiveness. And it is very similar when a person goes to do in Bodh Gaya, in that area of Bharat, where Gaya, the demon, he prayed that when people come to look for him in that discourse, he wanted that the entire history, all their karma must be wiped away. And as the discourse went on, they had, because he was uplifting everybody. So Lord Vishnu is guided by Indra. Please, Yamraj needs for people not to look for Gaya. Otherwise, all of them will be out of a job. So they made it more difficult. As time passed, they buried that demon Gaya into the land. And Lord Vishnu makes a deal with him. He says, if a person should come here and do Shrad, any type of Shrad, any type of Dan, on the surface of the land, of called Gaya, they would be able to gain the blessing of liberation, regardless to their history. But Pundit, Baba, Lord Krishna, as Yudhishthira is saying, suppose a person, because infirmity, because of genetic problem, or how God make me, I cannot reach to Gaya. What does a person do? Let the person do the Pindadan, Sapindadan, Nandi Mukshad on this day which come one day for the year. Let it be as if the person collect water from the Ganga. If you could get that water, and you bathe with the basma from Havan, where Gayatri is burnt in the fire using cattle butter. And then you take the Undumbara wood to burn, to make the ashes. Take the ashes, pass it on your body. Then take the Ganga Jal, bathe your body. And then you sit early in the morning to do the Pindadan. And you gain the blessing as if you had gone to Gaya, and you are praying for the upliftment of people who have passed away. This is done, many people do it. My mother, her 1 year is coming, and I want to go to do this for her. But here comes an option for the person who can't go. You sit on a day like today and you do the prayer, and no matter what sin, no matter what mistake. So here comes a point now where even if somebody has committed suicide, you would be able to uplift such a person via this type of prayer. When people do different type of dan on this day, they get the benefit as if they had gone to Kurukshetra, Kumbha Ke Dhara, different type of tirat. And just as he said, I am the one who, when you are going on all the tirat, when you are going on all the pilgrimage, I am the one who is watching, I am the one who is rewarding. When Brihaspati or Jupiter is in the Singha Rashi house and a person does Krishna Veni Puja in that river, that person could get that by giving umbrella, sandals, different type of things that shield us from the sun. When that discourse was read, and you'll find that in Sambha Upapuran, Srinarayan Swami, he appears to a couple, and the long story short, summary version here, the Muni was about to give the sun shrap because the sun's rays had damaged the Muni's wife. So he says, forgive me, but blessed is the person who would use the umbrella to shade the sun, and I would not be able to touch you. Blessed is the person who would use the slipper, and I would not be able to damage under the foot. And more blessed is if the person give this to help somebody. Give it in dan, and my blessings with that person. When a person gives these type of articles, the umbrella and the slipper, in charity to the person gains the blessing as if they had done different type of yagya. Gold, murti of Mahavishnu is given, land, all these things, you could get it by doing this type. One of the things that he says here, the person who does havan with gobar, the person who does havan with what we call cowries, the person who uses the gobar to have bath after doing puja on this day is burning away, cutting away, washing away different type of sin. And this brings me to a very important point that when I read that, I remember my niece. Well, now Shrishti will leap the baby for you if you tell her. But when she was younger, and parents, you all know what I'm talking about. Mommy, I have to put my hand in a bag. Mommy, I have to get her gloves, and etc. And the question is, as a Hindu, you want to say you worship that cow, but you scorn the cow. If the puja, you could be the best Pundit, you could be the most fancy murti or simple pitiye, but the bedi is where your prayer is going to be done. Let's say we are home by you doing puja. Your prayer begins with the preparation. We look for good dirt. We don't want dirt where, I don't know, not to be macabre, but in some way, something associated with the cesspit tank or any, dirt from the drain or with the slushy waters. We look for, healthy, nice brown dirt, healthy dirt, etc. for our offerings to be made upon. So one of the things you do when you're fixing your bedi, for those of you that abroad, I know people buy gobar, I want to say, like a burger patty, is a dry biscuit-like substance, and you could get it even on Amazon or eBay, and people would just mash it up in a little water, and it gets soft again, and you smear it on your surface. We see it for funeral, we see it for wedding, we see it for a lot of instances. But there are many examples, like my niece, where you say one thing, but then you do something else. Meaning, in this example where he's talking about doing havan with that gobar in Padma Puran, it dawned on me that there are many people who say, well, I could get the gobar, but I don't see the sense, I don't care, I don't want it, I don't know, is it important, in all fairness? And I thought that we should discuss that a little bit. As part of our Ekadashi Vrat. We're going to talk about that and some of the important things that come from this cow and cow worship. Let's enter into this discourse as we enter into Mahabharata. We come back to the Anushana parava. We are entering into chapter 83. Again, Bhishma and Yudhishthira continue to speak. And as they are talking, we are going to listen to a wonderful discourse with regard to the cattle, the cow, and some of the things that come from its gobar. Why do we use it? And as we go, we're going to hear about things like Panchgavya. How do you sanctify your Jap Mala? If you didn't know, I'm going to tell you that secret today. And why we do certain things as a Hindu. And the intention is, at the end of our discourse, hopefully my niece will not scorn the cow anymore. Let's walk away. And I'm using my own family in this example. If we want to fix one thing at a time, if every time we sit down, we learn how to better ourselves inch by inch. One day, our society, our community as a group of Hindu people, we'll get it right. Don't worry. Let's join together as we listen to the questions that are being posed to grandfather Bhishma by young Yudhishthira. They're on the battlefield. Bhishma his body is slowly getting ready to pass. He's on the bed of arrows, but he's teaching. Let's hear what happens. Jai Bhole Baba Tab Sharanam. 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 Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Kritidadi Dhritayenaha Nayagya Samvrityate Tena Yagyas Yagyatva Matu Malam Cha Kathayate. Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam. 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 Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. Umapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Look trouble. Yudhishthira says, tell me the value of the cow. We all know that as Hindus we treasure this animal. And you hear of, extremist groups that, attack people for harming the animal. In Hinduism, it is considered to be paramount. The other day on TikTok, that's why I reacted when the commission for the stamps in Trinidad, I think it's the board for the postal service in Trinidad, they did a national stamp using cow, in food form. And I thought that was not acceptable as a Hindu group being a part of our country. There are other, doubles, other more acceptable, palatable types of food. But for the Hindu, why? What's the big deal? And a question does come up here. Someone asked me, Pundit, is it okay to offer vegetable ghee? And here we'll hear the answer now. Oh, Yudhishthira, the gift of a cow is great. This type of animal makes all the libations, all the things that are going to be offered in the yagya. When a person is doing yagya, no puja is complete without the help of dahi or curd and ghee, clarified butter. The very character of the sacrifice, the very nature of the sacrifice is pegged upon the offerings that are going to be made. And let me clarify that. There are some people who put effort when they have puja. Do you? You know, Baba, we have in Durga Puja. And I know you said we could offer coconut and bananas today to make it easy. But, you know, I feel like I want to make some sweet rice. I want to put nuts in it. I want to put different ingredients in it. I want to make something nice for my mother, and I want to do it. So in this way, some people make better preparation, truthfully. When God says in Gita, I'll accept a fruit, a flower, a leaf, or water, once it has devotion, there are some people who want to offer their best. There are some people who take their time to shine the tariya and make sure the tali is clean, the lota is clean, because my God is going to receive it. And then there's the opposite for some. He says, the ingredients that are going to be offered may be sattvic or tamasic. It's same puja, but not everybody has the same mannerisms. Imagine I was offering kurma that is not, nobody never tastes it, and then it have somebody who offering kurma with it, eat some, and then they say, right, Krishna, you go take the rest. Same kurma. Likewise, there is a timing when you gather the milk. So what he's talking about here is when you let the 21 days after the young cow born, the bacha born, and you let the mother feed the child and allowing all the colostrum to come out of her milk. And you let that protein and other ingredients go to the young. So you're not taking that. You're letting that go because it has the constituents of basically blood, and those things, we don't want that in our prasad stuff. We want that to be for the bacha. Let the child get that. Don't rob the child of that immunity. So when the person lets that period of time pass, the milk, as they say, becomes clean, meaning it does not have these things in it, and as such it becomes like the milk don't have any, I want to use the word in inverted commas, and I hope you understand what I mean, any type of protein or constituent like blood, not red blood cell. So in this way, the person waits for the opportune time to get the milk and then make the byproducts that would be offered. How they treat the product also makes a difference. Meaning, do you taste it, the milk for example? Do you drink your milk and then offer what remain in the lota in your dar? I don't know what you do. Let me know. Send me a message. What do you do at home? But the person who practices sattvic worship will always get a higher quality, a higher caliber of return from their prayer. Milk, dahi, ghee, these things yield a lot of purification for all types of sin. Because of the devatas that sit within the cow, because of the discourse that when they went to go and call Lord Krishna, Mother Earth takes the cow and all the devatas want to sit within her, in the shoulder bone, in the, let me say, elbow bone, in the hoof, in the horn, in the ears, in the tail, everywhere there's a cow, there's a devata. And they wanted to go together to see the moment where they beg Lord Vishnu and he gives the assurance, I am going to take form and I am going to come upon the earth to relieve the burden. And we have to understand the positioning of this cow. There is nothing that could be more purifying than the byproducts of the cow because of this. Because it seems as if this mother becomes a machine, as it were, to make products that when you use it, it is spiritually enhanced because of all the devatas in the machine, that when you use it now, whether to bathe, whether to drink, whether to offer in the puja or in your dar or in the earth when you're blessing the post-hole, wherever you use it, it brings about blessings. Think about the day when the girl or the boy going to get married, don't you bathe them in milk? When you're blessing the murti, don't we bathe it in milk and dahi and all these things? When we are offering the dar in the post-hole, when we are, what again we just do? In the puja, with the panchamrit, then to charan amrit, everything has these ingredients. The truth is, if we had, well, this is ghee, but if we had coconut oil, palm oil, the soya bean oil, all are flammable. All are flammable. all would burn in the fire. It is not, not going to burn. It would give off a heavy amount of soot, smoke. Like how mustard oil, when you're burning mustard oil, when you have Shani Shanti Puja, it gives a lot of soot. Those things burn, they burn. You could do it, I guess you could, it's clean. But would it yield the same as ghee? And this is where we have to understand. And he says, no, because it is coming from the cow. And because of the source, because of the amount of devotees today, I want you to understand the difference. This is why you would not get the same outcome if you use vegetable ghee compared to cow ghee. That is the answer to the question. Vegetable oil, because you could take any grain and use an equipment, milk, pinch, squeeze and get oil to come out of it, but none of it has the devatas. It is not as auspicious as the cow. And we'll hear more about that as we go. Prem se bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. Let's hear what happens in this next slok. Jai 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 Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai
Radha Ramana Hari Bol.
Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Trailokana Anushana Vishnu no Garvatvam Gate Adityasya Pyapnyatam Stapodhara Sudarshanam. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Bhishma says, Yudhishthir, when Aditi had Mahavishnu growing at one point, in one discourse, within her womb, there was a Devi by the name of Surbi Devi that did a great amount of prayer. And she wanted to be able to assist, that when Mahavishnu comes, she would be able to assist him in overcoming all the demons. Surbi stood firm, and from her body milk flowed upon Kailash. She prayed and she remained steadfast for 11,000 years. All the Nagas, all of them stood and they watched and they witnessed the auspicious goddess doing her puja, penance, doing that type of good activity. And because of the good karma that Surbi Devi does, Mahavishnu appeared there and he says, whatever boon you want, whatever blessing you want, my dear Devi, ask me for it. And she says, Prabhu, I do not want any boon, I do not need anything. I just wish to be close to you. I wish to be utilized. I wish to be maintained by you. And Lord Vishnu says, now of course I accept it, I bless you, that although he came as a Kshatri, he ends up in Vrindavan to do what? To tend to cow. And he says further, you go and live in my lok. Where does Lord Krishna live? Golok, the lok of Gaumata, the cow. Your offsprings will ever be engaged in doing good deeds, and people who rear them, feed them, play with them, use their products, do worship with their body, the body of the cow, they will add value punyam, good and celestial activity, and the animal that comes from your line would only bring more and more upliftment to such a person. No ill luck comes to a person that uses the byproduct of the cow. What are the byproducts? Panchgavya, the milk, the dahi, the cow butter. We know these three, fine? And then the gobar and the gaumutra or the urine. You mix these 5 things together and the person takes bath. Whenever you have to do vrat, please, whenever I'm guiding somebody, they have such and such problem, and we have to do prayer, or yagya is coming up, wedding is coming up. You know this. When you have sanskar, even the morning for the funeral, life is no longer in the body. And for those of you who don't understand this, please remember what I'm saying today. You have to prepare for the sanskar. If it is Janu, the boy is bathed with milk. If it's the wedding, that is bathed them with milk and dahi and all them things. And that is coming from here. When the person die and you go to the funeral home, you're bathing the body there too with milk, dahi, ghee and other things. And based on the words of Lord Vishnu, this is where we put now gobar and cow urine. When people have different skin ailment, when people have different sickness in their body, and it is being caused, when you read in different sections, what does cause these trouble? Short life, sickness, cancer, different bulging veins and all kind of things. What does cause it is the past karma that a person knows, and you want to come out from that karma. You begin your worship by purifying your body. So there is a point sometime when we have to wear we yantra, we guard. Don't just put it on just so. Your body is clean. So the person takes the bhasma, maybe Guruji do havan and he take from the ashes, and the person bathe with that, or they bathe with the panchgavya, these things, and they now purified, ready to go and do the worship. And you live that, you see that in all your wedding, in all your funeral, in all these prayers. Even when you have to do mundan sanskar for the baby, when you cut the hair the first time, you have to bathe that child. When you do karna veda sanskar, ana prashana sanskar, where you're going to feed them for the first time, or bodhi heirs for the first time, there comes a point in the prayer where you have to bathe the individual. And this bathing deals with the body is an expression. We spoke about this. A person is bald head. A person has eyesight problem, hearing problem, speech impediment because of past karma. So we want to get release. We want to see benefit. We want to see change. I just only get F in maths. I want to get A in maths. Okay, brother. Bathe the body, this conduit of negative karma. That karma have to go. And yes, if I touch Krishna, if I do his worship, I'm going to get upliftment. Follow the procedure. Bathe the body in cow mata, and you would then be ready to sit and do puja, do vrat, do fast, tapasya, dhyan, and you will get it. But there are many people that don't understand this, and they would just go and do jap, or they would just, haphazardly go and buy a mala in the puja store, and they would just go and use it, and they would never purify it. They would never prepare it. So how do you deal with this? Take it and you dip it in milk, ghee, dahi, gobar, urine, wash it out with water, and then you start to use it. If the Baba doing it, it have other mantras. But if you're doing it yourself, that is basically what you do. And the material that is coming from the cow is so blessed that just by touching it in those things, it is sufficient, and it can be capable. In case the person who pick it from the ground, the person who string it, the puja store person is not fasting, the person who ship it didn't fast. Different people touch it. We don't want that unclean to follow you. So you know what? Clean it and then use it. In Hinduism, cleanliness, the idea of becoming purified, is paramount. This is why we are always swastena indro vihasravaha, and we always chanted mantra to do environmental cleaning, personal, internal, mental, all type of cleaning before we do what? Worship. This type of cleaning, this aspect, we are now what we're talking about here is the external, but there's also internal, where you sip when you use the mudra like this, and you sip the water before the puja starts, another way. So this is why when you go to the funeral home or the day of the funeral, you see they put the gobar under the box. It is something to purify the spot, but also the water of negative. So many things. Surbi Devi says, Prabhu, I will live in Golok, and I will work with you to purify all those individuals that come. For this reason, here in this Yudhishthir, that mother grants blessings to all her children that come close. She does not bite, she does not harm them, she does not pick or choose favorite. There's no favorite for a cow. A poor man, a rich man, a dark person, a fair person, a perfect body, an imperfect body, a barren woman, a woman who was able to make plenty children, all are welcome. Regardless to religion, regardless to race, anybody could feed a cow, anybody could take care of a cow. There is no limit to what you could do with this mother. This mother accepts all. The person who, listening to this discourse, understanding the value of the animal and the value of that form, if they pray for children, they will have children. Go and wash the hoof of this animal on a day like today, and you will get that. For the person who is praying for riches and success, go and wash the tail of the cow. Take some of the water from the tail and pass it on your body, and you will achieve wealth and stability in that wealth. The person who is praying for religious merit, wash the horn, the forehead area between the horn, and take just a little bit of that moisture and pass it on you, and you will be able to be successful, you will be winning, you will be able to overcome the person against you. For those people who are desirous of knowledge, wash the upper leg of the cattle, bathe the cattle, take that water and pass it on your body. The person who wants to be happy and have peace of mind, give water to the cow on this Ekadashi day, and you will get that happiness, you will get that peace of mind. Oh, Yudhishthir, this is why you are doing what you are doing. There is nothing to compare to the person that shows that devotion to the cow. Principle of Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. This is the value of the animal. This is the purpose behind using the byproducts. So if somebody says, Pundit, I don't like milk. I don't like milk, so I'm not going to use milk. What you are doing is you are using a less superior, an inferior ingredient. This is not like brown sugar or white sugar. This is not like brown rice or white rice, where it makes no difference whichever you use. But when let's say we want to use normal milk, healthy milk, cow milk, no chemical, no adulteration to the milk, as opposed to almond milk or oatmeal milk, because it labeled milk, many people think it's milk. It may not be what you think. Cow milk, even if you say goat milk, sheep milk, different milk. Cow milk is what gives, because of that discourse, gives you the blessings that you're looking for. Things are bad in your life and you want to get back, you want to change, you want to do your puja. Why do you do your puja at your house? I do my puja because I want blessing. I want to say thank you for this. I want to prepare for that exam. A little moment of test is coming. Okay, so I'll do my prayer. I'll erect my flags. I'll share the prasad. I'll make the offerings to God. But are you offering the best in the best way? The first point we made is if you're juttaing and eating and in this way, making the offering tamasic. But suppose when you open the tin, it is not from the cow. You open the pack, yes, but it's not milk, it's not dahi, it's not cow ghee, so it is not the same. So the person, in other words, children, the person who offers cow products is up here in terms of amount, but the person who is offering plant butter, plant oil like coconut oil, palm oil, etc., they're down here. It is not the same. God will accept it, but this person might get 30%, and based on what we just read, cow products is 100%. Understand the difference. But it does say, offer me, leaf, water, flower, fruit. Somebody will argue and say, Pundit Keshava, You're saying offer this, offer that, but Lord Krishna said he will take everything, and he does. It have people who just offer animal. Let me be fair. It have people who just offer the flesh, the bone, the everything, animal. It have some parts of India, they used to offer human parts too. That happened. Agoric would use human blood in some havan. Those things are real. God says, I'll accept it all. I'll accept it. What you get in return may not be the same thing. It may not be weighed the same way. You'll get something, it may not be equivalent to the person that is praying for removal of sin. What are we talking about? We are not acquiring power to fight and kill and murder other people. We are praying for, dear God, I have a problem. I want to get liberation. I want to be freed of all the pain, suffering, bad things that are happening in my life. Please remove the karma. So then it becomes praschit. And when you understand that, then you understand, okay, suppose I gave, everybody went through the phase where, Valentine's, we spoke about Valentine's, let's talk about Valentine's again. Imagine my nephew is at that age, 15, and I just trouble him, say, so which girl you like, because I don't want a secret, I want him to come and tell me. You're handsome, he's 15, 14. Who's the girl? Imagine my nephew went to somebody and says, oh, look, I have 2 gainda. The girl might take it. Then somebody else comes and says, hey, look, 12 long stem roses, still flowers, would still accept it. Which one you feel will get a bigger smile? Likewise, cow products has a bigger smile, but other products would be accepted, but it would not give you the same outcome. Please understand that. Understand that. Likewise, now we enter into the previous chapter. I read it backward. I did the power of the cow. Now Yudhishthira is asking him about, I understand there's something to do. There's a special story with Lakshmi and the cow. I understand it's something played off. Nothing to do with all the devatas sitting inside. Well, something to do with that. But there's somewhere Lakshmi became left out and then she got in. I'm confused, grandfather. Please tell me all. Please tell me all about what happened. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. 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 Maya Gavam Puri Praptya Vaishriya Jeshyamati Shratam Ekachamyamam Shrunutum Sangshayayo Yatra Pitamaha Shri Atra Prayoharanti Matititam Hastam Pundaritam Gavo Bhinipateham Sangvaram Shriram Bharatam. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Jai Jai Radha Ramana Hari Bol. Yudhishthira now says, I have heard that gobar, the dung, cattle dung of the cow, is gifted, is used. And when it is done so, it says wherever it's going, Lakshmi Mata goes with that cattle dung, with that gobar. I wish to hear how this goddess of light, luster, the dear lady, the Lakshmi, how she became associated of all the animals, the gobar of the cow, which, oh grandfather, please clarify, Don't allow that doubt to hold me. Bhishma smiles as his body is going lower and lower into the body, into the bed of arrows, as it's going into his body more and more. He says there's an old story that there's a discussion that happens between cows and the goddess of Lakshmi Mata, where they turn their back. Believe it or not, everybody, they turn their back on her. And she begs to stay with them. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah. Shriyaha Kritaveyaha Punaha Kantam Gaumata Vishyavaya Gavuata Vistitam Tata Lakshmi Rupam Padam. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Namastasye, 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 Namo Namah. Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki Jai. O Yudhishthira, at one time, assuming a beautiful form, the goddess Lakshmi took the form of a cow, and she went in the middle of a herd of the children of Surbi. Surbi, now her family expanded to a great amount. The great cows, Kamdenu, those type of wish-giving, wish-granting cows, they were there. And she mingled in that herd until one of them, the elder female, turned around and says, "Oh goddess, why have you become a cow? Why are you here, oh highly blessed Devi? May you please tell us, may you please explain to us why you have taken this form too." Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jaya Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Loka Khantasmi Badram Vahashri Shri Naham Parishruta Maya Detvaha Paritvakta Nivantastaha Shrutuye Atam. Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Bole Baba Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam, Jai Samba Sada Shiva Tab Sharanam. She says, dear lady, I am blessed to be amongst creatures as yourself. I show mercy on all forms. I love all forms of creation. I love all animals that were created in this universe. But I'm hiding. Vis-a-vis all the Devatas, Indra, Surya, Som, Vishnu, Varun, Agni, they are trying to acquire me. They want the Lakshmi to be with them and them alone. The Rishis, the celestials, They want to be endowed by me. They want to be successful. And your kind, when I meet with them, they are as if I am comfortable. The virtue, the prosperity, the pleasure to sit and just be at peace is truly a blessing. To have the peace of mind and not be helter-skelter from one place to the next. This is why I've come by you. I wish to live where every one of you are. Listen to this carefully. She says, "Oh Gau Mata, I wish to always remain where you are. Wherever you are, I want Lakshmi, I want to be there. Going in your presence, standing in your form, remaining where you or your bacha remain. I solicit you, please accept me and understand that I am gifting my darshan to you." The cow turned around and said to her, "You are fickle and you are restless, O Lakshmi. You allow yourself to be dragged and pushed and pulled. One minute a person has your blessings and darshan, and another minute a person can lose Lakshmi and gain a Lakshmi. The opposite of Lakshmi Mata, the opposite of prosperity, the opposite of happiness is all these things. When you lose that lady, a person has to work to keep you, and you still may abandon him. What need? How now? What need do we have for you? You can go where you want. You be free. We don't need you. We don't need it. We are comfortable. Our nature is to be at peace, to be peaceful. We do not bite. We do not attack. We do not fight for what is others. We do not fight for territory. We do not fight amongst our young. We do not eat our young. We are not like that. This is not our nature. And for this reason, it is not proper for us to keep you, because you don't fit in with our lifestyle. Lakshmi Devi says, it is proper for me to be with you. Do you think you are not going to welcome me? And she said it, but like she was in shock. I am difficult to attain for all beings. Then why don't you accept me? It appears you creatures are of excellent vows. It is true that it is certain that when people have attained or reached a point of peacefulness mentally, they don't rush behind ascertaining and attaining other things. Meaning, imagine somebody says, "Don't worry, I'm good. I have." When people come to bribe you, here, if you give me the work, if you give me the house, how it is work? I'll go have sex with you. I'll get a bribe. I will compromise you in some way. Here, take it. Give me what I want and I will give you this. Suppose the person has integrity. Suppose the person has enough. Or they don't want to get trapped. Or they don't want to do anything wrong. And they say, "You know what? Keep your gift. Keep your sex. I don't need it. I don't want it. Keep your wallet closed. I don't want that either. I don't need your gifts. I don't need anything from you. I don't need you." The person, she says, the person who does not have the drive to, when we were talking about yesterday, about running down this, that, to grab, give me, take. When the person is at peace, they really don't rush to get. They don't look at it as something they need. So I understand. And this is why people worship you. Lakshmi Mata says, it is true what I have heard, that you are true to your vow, that when a person has attained peacefulness in their mind truthfully, nobody could sway you to become greedy, lustful, etc. The Devatas, the Danavas, the Gandharvas, the Pisach, the Urgas, the Rakshas, human beings, They all strive and they succeed in having me, keeping me due to severe acts of austerity, fasting. You have that ability, you have that energy already inherent in you. And I wish to live, I wish to stay with you all. Please accept me, please take me. Oh, amiable ones, I will never dishonor you, and I will not cause any dishonor to come to you in this world of mobile and immobile creatures. The cow looks at her and says, Mother, do not feel we disregard you. We do not slight you. You are fickle. You are restless at heart. It is for this and this alone we take leave of you, Mother. What need we talk about this? Go wherever you wish, Mother. What need have we with you, O sinless one? We do not need you. And again, they turn their back on Lakshmi Mata. If it were me and you, what would you say? This lady could bless you with the lottery. And right there, we see it. If somebody appeared like a genie in children's cartoon, and in that Disney classic Aladdin, right? You get the genie where if you activate, you rub the lamp as you say, and you get this personality that could give you your heart's desire. Would you be ready to put it down and walk away? Would you be ready to free the genie, give the genie freedom, allow the person to go their way? Or would you see, oh wow, I could get millions, I could have the best companion, I could have the best car, and you get tied up in that acquisition? Or would you be like the cartoon, the child? Remember, children? The boy says, my wish, I have what I need. I wish this genie could now be free. Would you be willing to walk away and say, you know what, I don't want any wishes? Basically, the cow is saying here, we do not need anything. We put you go where you want. You're free. You want to tell me, Lakshmi, you could give us this, you could give us that, you could give the other. You tell everybody that. And if the person doesn't have the right persona, as they get it, they lose it. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't learn how to pray, if you don't learn how to do godly things, the money that comes to you, the education, the riches, the people, you abuse it. You forget how you get it. And just as how it come, it could go. The cow says, what is the purpose? Lakshmi Mata says, you are the giver of honor, and I shall certainly be an object of disregard in this world if you don't show me grace. You are highly blessed. You are ever ready to give protection to those who seek your protection. And I have come here soliciting refuge. I want to be under your protection. Rescue me now. I have no fault. Know that I too worship the cow. I wish to live in part of your body, just like all the other devatas. Pay attention. I wish to live in part of your body. Now the person is begging. Now she's not the benevolent, I will give you anything and I am the highest of the high. Look at the humility she has to come down. And she says, I will live in any part of your body, however repulsive it may be. I wish to live even in your rectum, even in the intestines of the cow. I will stay there. If you put me there, I will live there. One day my niece asked me, Lakshmi Mata, this looks so pretty in the murti, so pretty in the temple. How Mamu, how you will put Lakshmi Mata in that gobar? That gobar, it smells so funny. Listen to the secret so that you as a Hindu would know the truth. Let's hear what this slok says. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Ashena kariya Tava Swami Bhidaya Shishya Swaniya Shkrita Mutra Nivasa Vyatam Punyameva Dina Shubham Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah Narayanaya Krishnaya Paramatmaya Namo Namah. Thus addressed by Lakshmi Mata, the cow feels happy to see her humility and bent on showing kindness to all those that come with devotion to her cow, based on the prayer of Surabhi, based on the promise that she would uplift all of God's creation. Anybody that comes to get the help from the cow gets the help. After that parley, that talk, that discourse, that type of, give and take, where they agreed now that she would stay in the body. Bhishma says, for this reason, anybody who goes to the cow or to the cow byproduct gets the blessing of the cow based on the prayer of Surabhi Mata, by the blessing of Mahavishnu addressing Lakshmi or Sri Devi. They said to her, from today, listen carefully everybody, if you see my niece and my nephew, tell them, the cow says, O you of beautiful frame, O of great fame, it is certainly desirable that we should honor you by giving you a seat in the body of the animal. From this day onward, live in our mutra or the urine or the gobar or the dung. Both of these are sacred, O goddess. Lakshmi Mata feels happy. She says, by great luck you have shown me this type of favor, and let it be so. Blessed are you and blessed are those that will give these items in dhan, and they will gain happiness for it. I ensure happiness will come to them. Bhishma says, by this agreement, Sri Devi, Lakshmi Devi lives in the gobar. And whenever we use the gobar to smear the baby, smear the floor where funeral is going to be done, fix when the pua or the father sister in the wedding, when she's fixing the kalsa, when we have Brahma type wedding, they are using the Lakshmi. Mother, stand here. Mother, bring your blessing here. Protect here. Lift the purity. Remove the unclean if it have lost soul, spirit, zombie, boot. When people are doing different type of shrad, bathe them with milk, dahi, ghee, gobar, cow urine. These are the things that we're supposed to use. These things are part when you are doing lingam installation and you have to do the puja for the ground in the earth first. People do prayers, but very rare when you get to see the lingam puja, where they install the puja, you have to do the prayer for the land, then the pedestal, then the lingam. And when you are doing the ground prayer for the earth where the lingam is going to stand and remain stable, in that place when the puja is going to do, the person have to bathe with these different items. These things are offered in the spot, and you allow that panch gavya, that is what you call it. You allow those purifying products of the cow to be used there. They use it in Grah Puja, they use it in Nakshatra Shanti Puja, different thing when children born in bad time and the father can't see the child. That is one of the ingredients in the prayer. And why is it used again? Because it purifies this body that is built. Why is your body the way it is? It is built because of the karma, and that karma, when bad, is what brings about lack of happiness, sadness. People die, you see people get sick, you are not feeling good, you can't save. All these things are a result of your karma. So what do? You take days like today, the Apara Ekadashi, you use the ingredients like your milk byproducts, and you get down and do your puja. For today, one of the things that are simple that you could do, take your ghee, cow ghee. It doesn't have to be the one, directly, but cow butter, right? And you put it in the diya and you offer it to Lord Vishnu. That's one little thing. Now, please gain, he says, by the person who is able to listen to the history and the value of gobar. Because this is a big thing. A lot of people disregard this. I want you to understand. Tell me today, send me a message. Those of you looking on Sankhya TV, do not let this fall side of the road. If you're a Hindu, how can you disrespect or disregard a cow or herb products in your puja? Then what, you tell me, what are you going to get? What is the resulting outcome from using palm oil or palm related byproducts? You ring the best flowers plant you have in your yard and tell me which one bleeds ghee. I am sure if we hot milk, you will get ghee. I understand that. But which plant, when you ring it, you're going to get that type of ghee that we use? Oil comes from certain seeds and plants. Palm is one example. It's one, it have others. And with technology, there are different ways we could synthetically make these things. But is it going to yield, based on these discourses, the same outcome like what you get when you offer a cow product, when you bathe, when you offer the milk, when you do it that way? When, for those of you that are planning, and some of you will be planning, for example, to have Ganesh Utsav, when you bathe in the murti, when the murti is coming, understand where that is coming from. When you get to do Gaudan and you're giving the cow in Dan, understand the different levels of blessings and purification that it brings to your life. It's not only for when you die you give cow in Dan. Gerd Puran says 3 times you do it. To overcome sickness, to overcome your own karma. And when you do it on behalf of somebody else, like a child doing it on behalf of a deceased parent. So I am doing Gaudan just as if when Krishna was born and Vasudeva still in the jail cell, and in his mind he tells Garg Muni, I'm giving cows in charity, Manas Puja, and I am seeing all the cows, until one day, years after, he does get to do it. Even when the child born, cows are given in charity. Why? Because when you give it in charity, you are also giving it as if you are giving the Lakshmi in Dan. How much blessing will I get when I do such type of charity? When you feed the animal, when you walk the animal, when there are pundits that have cows, get in contact with your guru and say, Baba, you know what, we have our birthday coming up. I would like to come and feed your cow. I would like to come and bring a little grass, maybe a fig, maybe some molasses, maybe some water for all the vets. Please dedicate one day, take one day as a Hindu and give it in sewa, give it in service of people who have cows. Just go and pet the animal, care for the animal as a doctor, as a vet. What you do, not everybody could do it. That service to that animal, to bring health and welfare, to deliver bacha into this world, I will never have that blessing. And God bless you that He put you in such a job and profession that you could bring that help when that matter needs it most. I encourage you as a Hindu to understand the value of this thing called the cow and her products. Please do not scorn. What type of Hindu are you when you scorn the byproducts of this animal? This is what we worship. This is our God. And I encourage you to walk away from where others would encourage you, other religion, to contaminate our young. And they get into them and they tell them, you know what, you have to scorn this and scorn that. Where did that scorn come from? I remember growing up in the village here, Minani, them when the bikes, them bulkyat and thing passing long time. And a cow pass and drop the gobar in front of your house. That was a sign, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm subject to correction. That was a sign of Lakshmi. It was a sign of something positive. Now today we understand because she lives there. People would go and get that gobar and use it as a means. Diwali coming, we have to lipe. We have to lipe back the chulha. That was something that was done till today. Yesterday I was blessing a business place, and it is said that whenever you put gobar in your home, you have thieves living around you. Take gobar and mess little bit like in the ceiling where people can't see, in stores, in malls, in Trinidad and abroad. When we go, we put it, it's a little secret, we just put gobar because of the Lakshmi in different places. Hindu, put a little, you're on the Bedi, we use the Gauri, and now you're understanding why we do puja for the gobar. We take that gobar, what do you do with it after? When your Baba come, when your Guru come to your home, prayers finish, and the little mountain on the bed, you know what I'm talking about. What do you do with that? Well, perhaps you just send that in the river. You really don't do nothing with it. You're losing. Take that mother in a bucket of water and mop out your place. Start from one direction and work your way out so that it cleans. You are saying, Ma, stay in the home. Live in my home. Doesn't that make sense? After you worship her and putting her on the floor, in the corners of the home, don't let any thief come in this house. Don't, by her presence, nothing is going to happen. When your faith is stable, peace of mind, Lakshmi is in that house. I did my prayers that God is going to protect my family. Things are going to get better. Then you will have peace and happiness. But if you have no faith, as we said the first day from chapter 2 in Bhagavad Gita, how will you have happiness? Let me just go back to that. How can there be happiness? Chapter 2, verse 66. How can there be happiness for a person lacking peace of mind? You tell me, if you don't have your faith, if you don't have the confidence that your God is working as a Hindu, how will you find happiness? It is impossible. Today, as we chant these texts, these discourses, please put them into practice, and you will see when we were talking about the peacock feather, when we talk about why we bow to our murtis, why we do arati, little bit tidbits, morsels for you, those of you that are in the WhatsApp group with the ashram. Pay attention. When you read and you listen, remember the knowledge, Gita, the knowledge that you have about your dharma ferries you like a boat across all the hardship and badness and hardness and all the ugliness in this world. That is how you overcome it. But if you are listening to the discourse and it gone in one and it come out the other one, well, be prepared. Hard, bad, ugly, disappointing things are going to happen to you. I'm sorry. If you choose to live a Doke Dham life, well, you fail to prepare, so prepare to fail. That's the truth. I can't force you. Truthfully, I can't force you to pray. I can't force you to have faith. I can't force you to believe in anything. You know, your mother might tell you, get up and light to dear. I need you to say your prayers. Sit with us to do puja. That's mommy job. But truthfully, she can't force you to believe. She cannot force you in your heart and mind to turn to God in times of need. That comes with His blessing. He is the person we ask for that. This is why Hanumanji says, dear God, always allow me to be your servant. In Anand Ramayana, when the Hanuman flag, Kapidwaj, is established that it must be very tall. He tells Sri Ram in the Ram Gita, when the Ramayana was wrapping up, when they had the Surya river, when Sri Ram says, you have to remain on the earth. He says, Prabhu, allow me to have, to see you, allow me to have your blessing. This is when Jaman says, Prabhu, I want in your next avatar, I want to be able to fight with you. And this is where Krishna comes to fight the bear for the gem. And he ends up getting the daughter of Jamanti, to marry. Likewise, Hanumanji gets the darshan, he gets to see Krishna, and blinked again and he saw Sri Ram. And he says, Prabhu, and at a distance he runs to hold on to what? To the feet of the Lord. Arjun was next thing. Arjun was standing in that discourse, standing next to the Lord, and he was none the wiser. He did not have that drishti. He did not have the vision to see God was right there. And you and I, sometimes we could be good blind and good foolish. But the devotee has the vision to see God in all his forms, in all his games. And one starts to bawl that today you test me, today you put me to the test and I'm not failing, I see you. Hanuman starts to squeal. They were doing a competition, Arjuna and Hanuman. If somebody lost, they had to burn themselves, all kind of serious things. But when Hanuman saw Sri Ram, he saw Krishna blinked and he saw Sri Ram. And that vision, just for a second, he said, my God is here. And when he watched where he was standing, the Sudarshan Chakra was turning close. And he thought that my Lord is close. And when he watched at a distance, he saw where Krishna was standing. He saw Ram. Do you have that drishti in your life to see God working his magic? Or are we all just like, as I said yesterday, I was talking about when Mahatma Gandhi says, eye for an eye means the entire world will end up blind? Are we all just blind people doing mundane things day in, day out, day in, day out? Go to work, come home, go to work, come home, tired, fed up, complain. Drag. And God is there. He says, when the person realizes that they are in me and I'm in them, then they're happy. Do you have a vision like Hanuman to see him? Having known me, where we started off, verse 29, chapter 5, remember it, go home, check it out. To be in reality, the person who is receiving all the yaga, all the puja, all the sacrifice, call me by many names. Call me by saying this and Papa that and Mama this and Mama that for different religion I am saying. You're doing yag for Devi, you're doing yag for Ram, you're doing yag for Shiva, but all are coming to me. All austerities, the Supreme God, Krishna, that selfless friend of all beings, all forms, no preference, no favoritism. I love you all once you have the right attitude, once you have the right vision. What is the vision? The vision is to see him. In a different chapter, he says, for you to realize I am in you and you, the person, live within me. When you have that, with that solace, when you have that vision, that drishti, he says, my devotee attains peace. In chapter 2, he says, without peace, how will you be happy? So this type of thought, this type of vision is what gives Hanuman. If Hanuman Baba is our example of what to be, when you gain that peace, when Beam is beating up his chest and huffing and puffing, you have to go and you have to move your tail and lift your leg, you're blocking the road, and they're good to cross people, so move. Hanuman Baba is laughing and he says, well, boy, I old now. If you want, lift my foot. If you want, lift the tail. And you know the story, he couldn't lift it. When they make friends and he says that we are one beam, I am your god brother, two of us come from the wind. Beam asked him, show me a big form now, show me this, show me that, show me the other, And Hanuman didn't get tied up. Hanuman Baba didn't get confused. He says, brother, I just want you to be best. I want you to be the right way. Calm down your pride. Get ready for the fight. And he encourages that person. He infects Hanuman. Hanuman infects Beam, with the right behavior. And in doing it, Beam knew that when he made the change inside, that the battle that was coming in his life, his outcome, that already changed. Because now I am going to win. When you activate the vision and you have the drishti to see God, it makes it relevant. It makes it justified for the peacefulness, the calmness, I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about lust. I don't have to be angry. I don't have to react. Every time somebody says something about me on Facebook or TikTok or something, somebody criticize my post, I don't have to get worked up. I don't have to get angry. I don't have to jump at everybody. You walk away from that within yourself. And in your life, in that calmness, happiness comes. Before we do our final stotras, let's do this little chant that talks about the fickleness of this life. O ek din chut jaye sansar. One day, friend, everything that we fight, everything we fret, everything we do, one day you'll have to leave it all behind. O ek din chut jaye sansar, raja rank ko kaal nahi chinhat, raja rank ko kaal nahi chinhat, sabko karat ahar. Death, Yamraj, he doesn't make a distinction between the king and the beggar. He calls everybody. Oh, one day you'll have to give up this world, you know. One day you'll have to walk away from the car, the house, the spouse, the children, the job, the money, the schedule. You'll have to walk away from it. The cell phone, you'll have to walk away from it. Raja rang ko kaal nahi chinhat, sabka karat ahar, sabka karat ahar. Ho ek din chut jaye sansar, ved puran grant bahu vidhi par, Ved Purana Grant Bahu Vidhi Par, Koi na Pavat Par, Koi na Pavat Par. Even after you study the Vedas, the Puranas, you attain all the degrees, master's, PhD, you name it. All the other scriptures, no one could understand the fickleness, the time the first night when we were talking about when Yamraj comes, nobody, no matter how high you reach. And this is why I said the first day, if the Pundit, the Swami, all of us that are in the spiritual way, if we were better than you, we would have been with God. I just have read a couple of books, and all I'm doing is sharing that little knowledge with you. These words are not mine. I did not create this. I did not write this bhajan. I am repeating. I am like a parrot repeating what others have written due to their drishti and vision. And I could only pray that one day me and you could have the vision, such as these people, of that God and live as if we really know that that God is there. Because Koi na pavat par, we would never understand the ways and the timing of Yamraj. We don't get notice. Hello, my name is Det, and 2 weeks from now we have an appointment and you will have to leave, make preparations. Not everybody has that drishti. O ek din chut jaye sansar, jinke lakha paradeep bharat hai, jinke lakha paradeep bharat hai, jaate wo haat pasar, o jaate wo haat pasar. Those who live wealthy, those who have everything, those who boast about what they have, those who have the nice spouse, those who have the nice house, those who have the better children, those who have the brighter children, those who have the grandchildren, and all the assets and everything that we boast and banter and tell ourselves, I'm a success because I have. Even them have to go empty-handed. But the karma is what goes with it. O ek din chut jaye sansar bausagar mein jeevan naya sham lagawat pad ram lagawat pad O ek din chut jaye sansar. It is only by the name Ram, it is only by the name Sham, Krishna, who takes the person in the boat with their vision, with their blessings, with that happiness, take solace that Ram or Sham is going to put you in that boat that will ferry you through this life. That whilst you are here, whilst you are living, when the days are rough, that boat that we talked about is being tottled like this for some. If you want the stability, brother, then you start to look for God and you start to do those things that breed positive karma in your life. And when you do the positive karma, when you start to change, he says in Gita chapter 9 that the worst sinner, when that person makes up their mind to come back to goodness, accept the person. Don't judge the person on their past. Look at where they're going, because with right resolve, the worst sinner could change. O ek din chut jaye sansar bausagar. For every person that cheated in their marriage, for every person that watching and had an abortion, things we can't tell nobody. For every person who fight for 5 foot of land when he was young. For every person who hit, beat, you name it, you know what you do. Don't fool yourself. Not because you don't talk about it, means it did not happen. When you make mistakes, learn to pray and ask for forgiveness. If you're home, take off flowers and go and offer it by Lord Vishnu today for this Ekadashi. Like your Gita. And let me start. If you need help, reach me. Send me a message. And let me start to work. People make mistakes. But according to our text, if we get to sit down and we study Ekadashi, this is just a tool, he says, Yudhishthira. Use these days to purify your record, your history, and be able to come karmic free, overcome karma. Bausagar mein jeevan naya Ram lagawat par O Sham lagawat par Vishnu lagawat par O ek din chut jaye sansar. O ek din chut jaye sansar. Mahapapadi papani. Please clasp your hands together as we do. Just a verse from the Gita Mahatyam as we are coming to the end of our Yagna. As we've come to the end of these 3 sessions, I pray that each person having listened to all these discourses, I hope that it resonates with you and I hope that you could put it to practice. Mahapapa didi papani Gita dhyanam karoti chet squashchit sparsham na kurvanti nalani dhalam ambavet. Just as water does not stain the lotus flower, the leaf, rainfall, it wet the leaf, it run off, it don't stain the leaf. So too, sin does not taint or hold back or hinder or hurt the person who regularly recites, study their Bhagavad Gita. Principle of Vrindavan Bihari Lala Ki Jai. As a Hindu, I hope there's another verse in there. He says, I live in the Gita. That Gita is my body. This is why we give the Gita in Dhan and Puja. In nearly every prayers you will see Gita being shared. In every yagya they have to read that Gita, else it's incomplete. In your purse, in your book bag, in your locker, in your desk, have a Gita with you. You're a Hindu, have him. He says, where that book is, I am there. Where I am, all the devatas, all the devis have to be there. This is why till today, if I'm blessing a car in my own car, I have my Gita. I make the yajman put Gita in their car. Don't let nothing go wrong. In your home, you're blessing your home, put your Gita in your prayer shelf. If I came home by you to do puja and I forgot my Gita home, be prepared, lend me yours. The Gita is not only for the Baba, it is a tool, just like the Ekadashi, just like the milk, just like the dahi, just like the ghee. It is a tool to help you get what you want. But we have to know what we want and how to get it. Please join your hands as we get ready. Let's do the Ashirvad Plat, where we are chanting the Shivaram Stotra. For those of you that have problems, those of you that have issues, this is a time to talk to him. This prayer says, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Sri Ram, make me happy. The last part, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. That line, you hear all the Baba then saying it. Oh Lord Shiva, make me victorious. I'm fighting court. I have different problems. Bless me to be happy. Bless me to be prosperous. Dear God, bring that happiness. Remember, say your prayers. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhe Prabhu Triveda Tapani Varana He Vibhu Ajajanishwar Yadav Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Kamala Lochana Ramadayani Hara Guru Gajarakshaka Gopate Shivatano Bhava Shankara Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Sujana Ranjana Mangala Mandiram Bhajati Te Purusha Paramam Param Bhavati Tasya Sukham Padamam Bhutam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Jaya Yudhishthira Valdava Bhopate Jaya Jaya Ajit Punya Payunidhe Jaya Kripa Maya Jaya Kripa Maya Krishna Namostute Ho Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam. Bow your head and you say your prayers where you are. Take a second to say a puja. If Lord Krishna could have patience with Yudhishthira, with all his confusion and all his crazy questions, he could have time for you and I. Say a prayer before we conclude. Tvameva mata cha pita Tvameva sarvam
Mama Deva Deva
Tvameva sarvam
Mama Deva Deva.
Together everybody. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Prem se bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavana Sudha Hanuman ki jai, Shri Adi Shakti Mata ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai Jai Sitaram. Sitaram everybody. I hope you enjoyed your satsang, and as we conclude, I want to say a special thank you to the team at Bisessa's Agro on Mukarapo Street for continuing the propagation of our Dharma and satsang like this. To all our viewers who newly added Sankhya in RVR Cable Company, welcome again, and I hope you enjoy the broadcast and all the pujas, satsang and others that are going to stream to you via Sankhya. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to and follow me on TikTok and all our other social media platforms so that we can do more. Everybody, until next time, from the Sri Krishna Seva Ashram, I am Pundit Keshava Gosine. I hope you all have a wonderful Ekadashi. Until we meet again in Satsang, God bless you. Sitaram.
Sitaram, and thank you for joining us. That was a very informative and beautiful satsang presented by Pundit Keshava Gosine. You can call or WhatsApp Panditji at 712-2180. Sitaram.
At Phoebe Sessa Agricultural Garden, we sell a variety of garden and agricultural supplies and tools